Hey everyone, it's Psychic Robert James here. I haven't done a video in a little while. I apologize for that. I've been super busy, but I am taking some time out today and every week from now on to do some more videos. The last video that I did was on all the types of equipment that we had when we go out and we do paranormal investigations, ghost hunting, whatever you feel like calling it. But today I wanted to expand on that, and I wanted to touch on not the equipment, but what you should do beforehand, before doing a paranormal investigation. What should you do before you get there? What should you do when you're there? It may be more than one video, but here we go. Let's get started. So, one of the things that we always make sure of before doing a paranormal investigation is making sure that our mindset is in the right place. What I mean by that is you don't want to go into a paranormal investigation when you are in a negative mindset. Whether you're depressed or you're angry or you're frustrated, or things aren't going right for you right now, so you're feeling flustered. Any sort of negative emotion or thought you don't want to carry into a paranormal investigation. Why? Well, if there are intelligent spirits there, they will pick up on this, and they will be able to pick up on your energy, and they'll be able to use this. And if it's negative entities or spirits at the investigation where you're going, they're definitely going to use it against you. And they will feed off of it. They will feed off your energy, they will play on it, they will put other thoughts into your head. So your best bet before getting to a paranormal investigation is make sure that you and your team have a positive mindset. The second point I wanted to touch on is protection. This seems to be a subject that doesn't tend to come up a lot, but it is very important. Just as much as using the right equipment is important, making sure that you use proper protection is important. What do I mean by proper protection? I'm not talking about, winter gear or rain gear when you're doing an outdoor investigation. What I'm talking about is spiritual protection. There are many different types of spiritual protection techniques out there. Or if you want to call it, psychic protection techniques. I do go into this a lot in my ebook, but I wanted to touch on it here of the different ways that you can protect yourself. One of those ways is by doing a protection affirmation or a protection prayer, if you want to call it that. Making sure to include that when you're on the investigation, that you are protected from anything negative, any or lower vibrational spirits, bad spirits, whatever wording you want to use it, but make sure your intent behind it is true. Then what you also want to make sure of is that nothing follows you home. So once you leave the investigation, nothing there is allowed to follow you. You don't want stuff following you home. You also want to make sure that when you are doing your protection prayer or affirmation, that positive energy is with you and that you are in a positive mind state. I'm not going to go into the exact wording. I'm going to leave that up to the individual, because a lot of your affirmation or prayer is going to be based off your spiritual beliefs. So I'm being very simple in what I'm trying to say. Just make sure you touch on those key points. You can word it how you want it, but make sure your intent behind what you're trying to affirm is true. The last point that I wanted to touch on for preparing for a paranormal investigation is making sure that while you are there, you are professional. Believe it or not, you will be scrutinized. If you're going into, say, a home or a commercial place, and the owner or the residents are going to be there, they're going to watch you. They're going to scrutinize everything you do. So make sure that you're always professional when dealing with them, that you're professional while you're conducting the investigation, and that you're a professional with them even before coming there for the investigation and after. Your reputation means a lot. So, you want to make sure that you leave a good impression. Because if you leave a bad impression, that's going to spread, and nobody's going to want you to come for a paranormal investigation. So make sure that you are professional. It's the little things that you want to be mindful of. This point doesn't necessarily just relate to paranormal investigations. It can relate to a lot of things in life. Just be respectful, be professional while you're there. Whenever you're dealing with your client, make sure you're respectful and professional. Keep that in mind. We've had it happen where we've heard of other groups that weren't very professional, and it's left a sour taste in the client's mouth, and then they've sought out other help in other places. So just keep those in mind for paranormal investigations. The first point being, make sure you're in a positive mindset while doing it, before you even get there, and while you're there. Second point being, make sure you are using proper protection, and by using affirmations and prayers. And the third point being, make sure you're always respectful and professional when dealing with the client at all times. This has just been a short video. I wanted to touch on those few points. There's a lot more that I could talk about and spend a lot of time doing it, but if you have any more questions or you want me to expand on anything, please be sure to leave a comment. I do read them. I do appreciate the feedback, and I do appreciate even constructive criticism. So, this has been Psychic Robert James. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like. Please subscribe. You can go to my Facebook page, Psychic Robert James, and you can go to my website, psychicrobertjames.com. Have a good day, everybody.